going on?
What's going on?
What the f was that?
A YouTuber ventured into a remote forest known for strange sightings. The farther he went, the more disturbing the sounds around him became.
You hear that? What the hell? Whoa. What the f?
Growing sharper and more intense. Then he saw something terrifying.
What the hell is that?
Several figures dressed in black robes standing completely still among the trees. Fear hit instantly. He turned to get out of the area, only to find another robed figure blocking the trail ahead.
What's going on?
The encounter left him rattled, unsure whether he had walked into a real ritual or stumbled onto an elaborate scare designed to frighten anyone who got too close. A Reddit user shared a disturbing experience after realizing someone was trailing them during a late-night walk to a nearby store. The area was usually quiet, but the empty streets made every step feel tense. Relying on their instincts, they began recording. In the video, a faint shadow-like figure appears, thin, semi-transparent, and almost impossible to see until filters are applied. The encounter left them deeply unsettled, unable to sleep, and regretting that they never saved or uploaded the original, unedited footage of whatever had followed them that night. While walking through a neighborhood near the woods, a hiker stumbled upon something incredibly unsettling, a yard covered with dozens of baby doll heads scattered across the lawn. Startled, they snapped a quick photo and continued on, caught between curiosity and the fear of whoever might live there. Whether it was some kind of artistic display or something far more disturbing, the scene felt completely out of place, leaving the hiker with an uneasy, lingering sense of dread long after they left. While reviewing security footage from her secluded forest home, a woman believed she had captured a simple shot of an owl sitting outside. But around the 41-second mark, something unusual happened. The owl didn't fly away, shift position, or even move. It simply vanished as if it blinked out of existence, leaving viewers unsure whether it was a camera glitch, a lighting issue, or something far stranger that defies explanation. A Reddit user posted a short clip titled "Carpenter Bee" or "Wood for 1,000 Tortured Souls." Capturing eerie sounds coming from a piece of wood that resembled distant groans or warped cries, unsettling enough that some compared them to demonic laughter, while others suggested a scientific explanation involving carpenter bee pheromones causing vibrations. But whether you see it as biology or something more supernatural, the sound coming from that piece of wood is undeniably creepy. Reddit user NanBread shared a disturbing photo taken by their mother during a camping trip with their father, a picture that was supposed to show him standing behind their camper van, but later revealed something unexpected. The reflection in the front passenger window showed a man's face staring out from inside the vehicle, even though no one else had been anywhere nearby, leaving the family deeply unsettled and wondering who or what had been in the van with them that night. In 2023, a young woman and her friends held a small gathering in the forest, something they had done many times before. But after her boyfriend's best friend suddenly became sick and the two of them sat in the car filming a few casual clips, they later noticed a pale, ghost-like face reflected in the window staring toward her boyfriend, who had already been experiencing disturbing dreams involving a demonic figure and waking up with 3 long scratches on his back. The area was known for paranormal activity, but this time it felt personal. As his sleep worsened, his anxiety spiked, and his fear of the woods grew, leading them to share the footage online in hopes someone could explain what might be haunting him. While traveling through Sweden, Reddit user Carol XI explored the abandoned Garpenberg mine and filmed something unsettling deep underground. A shadowy form drifting in one of the darker corners. The figure appeared dim and lacked a defined outline, sparking debate once the clip went online, with some viewers joking that it was the spirit of an old miner still wandering the tunnels, while others dismissed it as a camera glitch or light distortion. Yet Carl and many who watched the footage weren't convinced, suggesting it might be genuine evidence of something paranormal. A man who had been hiking alone deep in the wilderness for 4 months suddenly began hearing terrifying sounds echoing through the forest. The noises growing sharper and more intense as they surrounded him from every direction. Pushing him into a panicked run while the eerie echoes stayed close behind, leaving one haunting question: what was making them? While reviewing footage from a trail camera set in a remote North Carolina forest, a hiker noticed a single frame that immediately stood out, appearing to show a figure peeking from behind a tree, a fur-covered ape-like shape similar to typical Bigfoot sightings. But one odd detail raised doubts, because if the photo truly came from a trail cam, why was the device positioned only a few feet away, facing directly toward another tree? An unusual setup that has led many to question whether the image was genuine evidence or simply staged. A Reddit user described a disturbing moment while driving to a restaurant late at night, noticing in the rearview mirror 2 tiny handprints on the back window, about the size of an infant's, briefly illuminated by the headlights behind him. And what unsettled him most was their orientation, angled downward as if they had been pressed from the roof of the vehicle. And despite checking for smudges, moisture, or any natural cause, nothing could explain how those strange marks appeared. A Reddit user named Natty Pack recently said goodbye to their longtime dog Biscuit after 11 years together, and chose to release her ashes at a park she had always loved. And while taking photos during the moment, they noticed something remarkable. The ashes briefly formed a shape that resembled their dog, which Natty Pack saw as Biscuit's final farewell, though others suggested the wind may have caused it, with some viewers even analyzing the image and confirming it didn't appear edited. And whatever the explanation, the moment brought comfort to the grieving family. A man working in Churchill was stunned to find a polar bear resting beneath his vehicle. And although these animals are known for their immense strength and unpredictability, this one seemed unusually calm and almost playful. Yet polar bears remain some of the most powerful predators on the planet, known for confronting prey directly and overpowering it through sheer force rather than stealth. And fortunately for the man, the encounter ended safely as the bear eventually wandered off without causing him any harm. While hiking through the forest, a man encountered a disturbing sight. A cluster of worm-like creatures moving in a single, synchronized stream across the forest floor. And although online viewers quickly speculated it might indicate some kind of parasitic outbreak, experts later explained it was likely a mass of insect larvae banding together for protection. Yet despite the logical explanation, the strange coordinated movement left the hiker feeling uneasy long after the encounter. In Jacksonville, Florida, a man was driving through a wooded area late at night when he noticed something unusual in the distance. A glowing, human-shaped figure whose soft, flickering light could easily have been mistaken for headlights reflecting off a tree. Yet he insisted it wasn't, and overcome with fear, he refused to move closer, leaving the true nature of the figure a mystery, with viewers later wishing he had approached for a clearer look, but understanding why he chose not to. A man was biking along a trail when something unexpected happened. A person stood completely still in the middle of the path, absorbed in their phone, giving the cyclist almost no time to react and creating a tense, confusing moment caught on camera. And once the clip went online, viewers debated who was at fault, whether the rider should have been more cautious or the pedestrian should have avoided blocking the trail, with most people siding with the latter. What do you think? A trail camera set up to monitor wildlife ended up capturing something far more unusual. A figure running through the forest in broad daylight, and while some viewers suggested it could be Bigfoot, the elusive creature said to roam remote woodlands, others argued it was simply a person. Though the figure appears to be covered in brown hair, the low-quality footage makes it impossible to know for sure. Reddit user Matthew 1058 shared a puzzling photo taken in Uruguay showing a man biking down a quiet, isolated highway, while far in the distance, a human-shaped figure stands alone in the open landscape, and with forest and empty fields stretching out in every direction. The solitary figure feels completely out of place, its odd posture and the barren surroundings leaving viewers to wonder what was actually captured that day, a ghostly presence or simply someone standing where no one should have been. While driving along a highway in Illinois, a mother noticed something unusual. Lighting up the night sky, and as she filmed a thunderstorm through her car window, she inadvertently captured a massive, saucer-shaped form hidden within the clouds, an object that appeared circular and layered and visible only when lightning flashed, its symmetry seeming almost too precise to be natural, leading some viewers to suggest a rare cloud formation, while others believed it hinted at something far more mysterious. And whatever it was, the eerie footage left many questioning what had been hovering above that storm. This clip, filmed in the mountains of China, shows a cleaning lady sweeping along a steep slope and even slipping briefly as she works. And while at first it looks as though she's standing at the edge of a sheer drop, only inches from a deadly fall, a closer look at the way the leaves fall suggests something else, most likely a camera angle, creating the illusion of extreme danger. Yet the footage remains oddly unsettling, leaving viewers wondering why anyone would be sweeping leaves on the side of a mountain at all. At Liberty Lake in the Ruby Mountains, a hiker captured an unsettling moment, a large snake gliding through the water toward the shoreline. And with similar snakes known to strike at paddles and boats, the encounter carried real danger, prompting online viewers to describe it as an unexpected threat in an otherwise peaceful, scenic setting, leaving the hiker feeling a mix of beauty and unease at the same time. A Reddit user decided to try Randonautica, an app known for sending people to odd or unexpected locations, and the coordinates led them deep into the woods.
Hey, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, it smells horrible.
Smells horrible?
Oh, yeah. It's in the middle of the fucking woods.
So, the keys have to be in the
Yeah.
room, right?
Yeah. The lights came on.
Where they discovered an abandoned car sitting far from any road, and what made it even more unsettling was that the vehicle appeared to have been deliberately burned. When authorities later checked the VIN, they confirmed it had been reported stolen, leaving a troubling mystery behind about who took it and what happened before it was dumped and set on fire. A Reddit user shared a photo of an old house in Ithaca, Michigan that their grandparents bought in the 1950s, a home whose former owner, later institutionalized, claimed a piano played non-stop in the basement and had once struck the basement door hard enough to leave deep marks that lingered for years. And although the house was completely empty when the photo was taken, something strange still appeared in the image, adding yet another unsettling detail to the property's dark history. While driving along a forest road late at night, a group of travelers noticed something strange in the sky. A flickering light suddenly appeared above the treetops, moving in a way that didn't resemble any star or aircraft. It drifted side to side, rising and dipping, as if following its own pattern. The glow hovered silently for several moments before fading into the darkness. Whatever it was remained a mystery, leaving the group questioning what they had actually seen that night. A group of campers woke up to a deeply unsettling sight, their entire tent covered overnight with swarms of spiders, likely daddy-long-legs or huntsman spiders, crawling across every surface, and startled and overwhelmed, they rushed outside, snapped a quick photo to share on Reddit, then packed up and headed home, relieved to leave the nightmare behind. A Reddit user spent a week at a secluded lake house expecting quiet hikes and peaceful nights, but one evening, the silence was broken.
Okay, that's terrifying. What? Oh shit, it's moving. What the fuck is that?
When he spotted a strange moving light in the distance that at first looked like someone walking through the woods with a torch, and moments later, a second light appeared beside it, creating the eerie impression of two glowing eyes watching him as faint, distorted noises, almost like whispers drifted through the night, and whatever was out there, it definitely wasn't the sound of any deer. A hiker returned to a haunted cave known for its grim history and eerie folklore, where locals spoke of protective crosses and Tommyknockers blamed for strange, sending him running in panic, convinced something hidden in the darkness had been watching him. And when he later reviewed the footage, he noticed what looked like a face in the shadows, leaving him shaken yet determined to return, but not alone next time. A man was filming along a river in Pinyon Canyon when he started picking up unusual sounds coming from the treetops. Curious, he shifted his camera toward the noise and spotted something he didn't expect. A large figure moved behind the trees. Its stride looked oddly human, but its size suggested it wasn't a typical person. As he kept recording, its outline grew clearer. He hesitated to release the footage, worried people would dismiss him as imagining things. Eventually, he posted it on YouTube, where the reactions were divided. The clip's authenticity is still argued over. Some think it's staged, others believe it shows a real animal, and a few insist it might even be Bigfoot. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than a wet patch, yet knowing the history of the place made it feel unsettling. Years earlier, a man had collapsed inside that same barn and died from a heart attack, and just behind it lay the burial site of the neighbor's father. Was the odd stain somehow tied to the barn's past, or was it truly nothing more than a regular mark? A team of explorers from Pakistan traveled out to examine an abandoned village. While checking one of the deserted houses, they noticed a dark silhouette standing on a rooftop. When they zoomed in, they realized it was a young child, maybe 5 or 6, silently observing them from the shadows. As they edged closer, another child appeared inside a nearby structure, staring with the same still, almost unnatural expression. Within moments, additional children began stepping out one after another, surrounding the group from every direction. It felt as though they were being pushed out.
कौन हो? यार यहाँ पे बच्चे करेंगे क्या यार?
Then, one of the kids grabbed a brick and threw it at the cameraman's back. Frightened, the group rushed out of the village as quickly as possible. What happened next is unclear, and the identity of those children, or why they remained in an abandoned village, is still unexplained. While hiking near Shaver Lake in California, a Facebook user found a clump of hair lodged about 15 to 20 feet high in a tree, a height most animals couldn't reach. They needed a truck and a ladder just to get it down. The area had recently been burned by a wildfire, so it seemed possible the hair belonged to an animal escaping the flames, perhaps even a Sasquatch. They reached out to the Bigfoot Museum in Felton, but never received a response. In the end, the hair was discarded, a choice they later regretted, wishing they had kept it for proper analysis. Wild Happiness is a Russian wildlife channel where the creator regularly heads deep into the Siberian backcountry. On one winter outing, he chose to camp alone in the snow. He drove his snowmobile far into the forest, pitched his tent, and settled in for the night. For hours, the surroundings stayed completely silent until distant howls started echoing through the trees.
Капец, реально волки, друзья. О, прям вообще хорошо слышно. Да ну нафиг, я, короче, домой.
When he realized a wolf pack was drawing closer, he hurriedly packed up, climbed onto his snowmobile, and raced off into the darkness. During a family get-together, one relative recorded a casual video, but when they later looked back at the footage, they spotted something disturbing, a pale face appearing from behind a door. No one noticed it in the moment, and no one could identify who or what it might have been. Even now, it remains an eerie mystery within the family. 2 women were hiking through a Canadian forest when they came across a large metallic object sitting among the trees.
There's lights on the left. Don't go close. I'm trying to die. That's a metal slate. What?
It's shaped like a mushroom.
Why?
You see it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it has trees on top of it.
A faint light glinted off its surface, and they noticed trees actually growing on top of it, suggesting it had been there for many years. Too unnerved to approach, they quickly left the area. Later, they showed the footage to their friends who chose to check out the location themselves. But when they arrived, the object had vanished. No imprint, no signs, nothing left behind. They searched online and asked people in the area, but no one knew what it might have been. When the story circulated online, most people reached the same conclusion. It had to be a UFO. It was All Saints' Day in Sweden when a woman went to pay her respects at her brother's grave. As she walked through the cemetery, she decided to take a few casual photos. She snapped a couple of images, slipped her phone back into her pocket, and continued her visit. Later that evening, while scrolling through the pictures, one photo made her stop cold. Beside one of the headstones, a faint, childlike figure appeared to be standing there. She remembered noticing people in the area earlier, but no one had been in that exact spot. A hiker exploring the Canadian backcountry noticed a movement coming from a gap in the mountain. Intrigued, he started recording as he moved in for a closer look. Inside the opening, something seemed to be staring back at him. A pale figure with large dark eyes, a wide forehead, and no visible nose. Shaken, the hiker backed away immediately. The footage remains unclear, leaving everyone to question what he actually came across that day. A family was recording a cheerful vlog as they walked through the woods, but later on, viewers noticed a dark shape moving in the background. Some thought it might be a creature, possibly Bigfoot, or even a forest spirit. Yet, when the footage was examined more closely, it seemed more like something dangling from a tree, maybe just a large leaf. So, did that mystery just get solved? While exploring an old house deep in the woods, Alistair, the creator behind the channel, unknowingly recorded something unusual. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but later, while reviewing the clip, he noticed something that startled him as his camera swept across the structure.
This looks like it must have been at one point a pool, and here's the main house. Okay.
A pale, ghost-like face appeared in one of the windows, quietly watching him. Not realizing anyone or anything might be there, Alistair kept moving toward the house, but by the time he reached it, whatever had been staring at him was already gone. A woman living deep in the woods woke up early for work and noticed a strange glowing light on a tree in her yard. She had no close neighbors, no outside lights, and the moon wasn't visible that night. Thinking it might be a hidden camera, she quickly recorded it before leaving. Later, her husband slowed down the clip and saw what looked like a faint face inside the glow. At dawn, he searched the entire area but found nothing. No light source, no tracks, no reflection. The glow had disappeared as quickly as it showed up, leaving the couple unsettled and unsure of what they had witnessed. A hiker scaling a remote mountain stumbled upon a metal door set into the rock. It looked unusual. No handle, no labels, just a single opening. Curious, he pointed his camera through it, hoping to glimpse whatever was inside. But the lens captured nothing at all, only a deep, endless black. No one ever figured out why the door was there or who had constructed it. It remained in place, silent and unmoving, as if guarding something long forgotten or something never meant to be found. A strange clip appeared on Reddit, posted by a user named FootageFinder57. It features a group of friends who slipped away from a guided cave tour to explore deeper sections where visitors weren't permitted. At first, everything seems normal until a pale, white figure suddenly shows up in the darkness.
So scary.
Brian, don't go so fast. Are you there?
I'm just trying to keep up with you.
We have to go back.
Come on, let's keep going. You're what?
Did you not hear that, Ryan? Where's it coming from? This is not funny. Oh my god, do you see? What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Ryan, we have to go back.
Is this the right way?
I don't know.
Guys, I don't know where we are anymore. Okay, let's keep moving forward. This on the walls here. Mass re me the states. Oh. Guys, come up here. Guys, I think I found a way out.
Panic rises as the group argues about the source of the noises and whether they should turn back. Their voices become frantic when they realize they're no longer sure which direction leads out. The recording cuts off abruptly after someone claims to spot an exit, but what happened afterward is unknown. Viewers remain split. Some think it's staged, while others say it's authentic, claiming they've witnessed similarly unsettling things in those same caves. A young man went snowboarding alone on a quiet mountain. While weaving through the trees, he suddenly spotted something unusual. A woman standing completely still in the woods. Startled, he stopped and looked back, but she had vanished. The place where she had been was empty, not a single footprint in the snow. Later, he posted the footage online, but no one could explain who or what he might have encountered that day. Late one night, a man saw something strange. A group of people walking in an odd, synchronized formation. There were men, women, and even children among them. When he shared the clip, some viewers assumed they were simply intoxicated, but others, especially members of the Asian community, suggested something more unsettling, that it might have been a ritual or cult activity. They believed the person at the front could have been leading them, possibly preparing the group for a collective act, perhaps even a coordinated suicide. Bucks, a YouTuber known for his Omegle content, filmed a trip to St. Leonard's Forest, a location rumored to be haunted by a headless spirit. He and his friends started by checking out an old church lined with graves before heading into the forest later that night. When they first arrived, they spotted a parked car nearby, which put them on edge. They chose to leave and come back later, around 2 a.m. When they returned, they began their exploration, but it didn't take long before unsettling noises echoed through the trees.
That's not a dog. Is there no houses around?
It's a circle. It's like
shit, like a fire.
Yeah, they put something here, and then they'd all sit around in a circle. Nah, this is not what this. I do not feel comfortable. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm just not getting a good vibe from here at all. Whereas back there, I wasn't that bad, but right here in this place, we're getting to open space. This is like territory for like cults, and you know what I mean? Like, this is danger territory right here. Yeah, if someone was to set up a cult, it would be on like flat, open ground like this, right? I'm getting really hot and uncomfortable.
Nah, fuck that. No. This isn't even a joke anymore, man. Get
Oh shit! Oh, there's another car. There's another car there. Get the fuck in. There's another car. Get in.
Something or someone seemed to peek from behind a tree.
They came across what looked like a ritual circle with burn marks and arranged objects on the ground. The mood shifted immediately. The group grew tense, feeling as though they were being watched. Moments later, something or someone appeared to peek from behind a tree. Panicked, they ran back toward their car, only to discover another vehicle parked right beside it. Whether it was someone intentionally trying to frighten them or something much stranger is still unclear. What would you think if you found a GoPro abandoned in the woods with no owner anywhere around? That's exactly what happened to a group of campers who discovered one left behind and decided to watch the footage. As they reviewed the final clips, they were stunned by what appeared a strange figure watching the riders who had recorded it. Moments after the figure showed up, the video suddenly ended. Despite attempts to track down the people in the footage, no one has ever identified them. Some assume they were tourists, but if they'd had such a frightening encounter, wouldn't they have spoken out? It leaves a chilling question behind. Could this have been the last recording those riders ever made? YouTuber M. A Journey had hoped to reach a hunter's cabin before nightfall, but soon realized he wouldn't make it in time. While looking for a place to stay, he spotted an abandoned treehouse nearby and decided to spend the night there. After settling in, he noticed a pack of wolves roaming around below. Remaining in the treehouse kept him safely out of reach and likely prevented a dangerous encounter. Choosing to stop and wait rather than pushing forward in the dark may very well have saved his life. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.